Right, Nigel, let's start with Jaimie. Over to you.
If you don't mind, Jaimie, I'm going to start by complimenting Wade on an incredible routine. I also know that your lovely wife, Amanda, gives you an awful lot of inspiration in these routines. I'd like to congratulate her as well. OK, coming back to tonight. Jaimie, I think that you have, at this moment in time, a single emotion that goes along one plane, and you need to find a way of bringing more dynamism, if you will, to your emotions. I think it'll be a lot more believable then. Thank you.
Mary?
Jaimie, I thought you were soft when you needed to be soft and danced very strong when you needed to be. And I felt your expression in this dance, and I loved it.
Mia?
I think you danced it really well, but again, I feel the same way Nigel does. I feel like you've hit a plateau, and so now you have to step it up because you're so capable of doing that, so do it.
Thank you, Jaimie. Dominic?
Okay, Dominic, I thought you were a little tight in your movements. I loved the emotion at the end. It was tearful, it was angry, and you brought something out in yourself. But technique-wise, I thought you were a little lacking.
You showed a lot of emotion when you did this piece, but it does show that some of your technique is lacking, and I would agree. In your upper back, you're very tight when you dance, so you need to loosen that up a lot more.
You were committed, you were in it, and I believed you. But I think, and maybe I'm wrong, Wade, but I think that he gave you a piece, and then it's up to all of you to translate it into your own vibe and own style. And I don't feel, and I'm going to say it generally, that nobody did that. Everybody stayed in the exact way that Wade told you to do it, with a little bit of essence of your own thing in it. And I was waiting for someone to break out and translate it in a whole new way, and nobody did. So going back to that with Dominic, I want to see you take the stuff that he gave you and make it Dominic and make it you. And that's what I was waiting for. You did a great job, though. You did a great job, but I was waiting. I was waiting for something more, but yeah.
Thank you. Sara?
Sara, thank you. Sara, you're a small person, so I don't have to point that out to you, but you must make your dancing bigger than you are. And I'll go on to say more about that as we go down the line. But for me, you were small in your movement tonight, and I don't like to see that, OK? Emotionally, it was fine. Didn't grab me. It was OK.
Yep, absolutely connected with me. I thought you were terrific.
I completely felt you. I got a little misty, and you told the story, so great job.
Thank you, Sara. Pasha?
Pasha, I thought it showed that you were out of your league in this routine. Didn't like it at all. I didn't get any emotion from you because I think you were thinking about technique and not what you should have been thinking about. And that is what the story was saying.
I agree on the emotional level, but I do think that you still surprised me in pulling off Wade's number tonight. Great job.
It was over-dramatic for me. It was way too over-dramatic. You brought in that ballroom pulls and the tilt of the head, and it just didn't work for me. It was awkward to watch you do it. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Pasha. Lauren?
Lauren, you were the first dancer that I've seen so far down this line that showed me how well the music works. You were on every single drum beat. It made it work for me. It was absolutely fabulous from that point of view. And at the end of the routine, you were the first one to come forward with hope in your eyes. Everyone else was angry or upset. You were the first person to come forward with hope. And that gave me hope, hope for your future in this competition. Well done.
I think everything you're doing tonight, you're just blossoming. I think it was terrific. I think you have great technique, and I felt every minute that you were up there.
Great, great, wonderful, fabulous. And any other words? Just, come on, Mary.
Terrific.
Terrific.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Awesome!
Awesome! Great job. Great job.
Thank you, Lauren. Neil?
Neil, thank you. Neil, you've got to be so careful. You have shoulders that come up by your ears sometimes, and you've got this carriage that does that, and that will stop you. Every time you bring your arms forward, it looks ugly. And you've got to be careful with that, because you're such a fine dancer. And it's something you've just got to think about. I didn't get enough emotion from you, though. Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of mixed. You know, there's some things, like Nigel said, your upper back was really, really tense throughout, and then sometimes you just do fabulous movements during that. So, Neil, you just need to bring up some of the other side and the emotion, and you've got everything, though, cooking for you.
And I'm just going to say ditto, because I have the exact same critiques. It's beautifully danced, but no emotion. And watch your upper body and your shoulders, because they do come in. Okay, a great job.
Thank you, Neil. Sabra.
Sabra, you've heard me say to a number of people on the stage tonight, you're small. You are small. You dance so large. It is fantastic to watch. You cover that stage. Every part of your body went over that stage tonight. Your emotion is there for everybody to see. And again, somebody who came forward with hope. Thank you so much indeed. You were brilliant.
Sabra, I only have one thing to say to you.
I'm going to say, you know, everybody keeps asking me this season, who is my favorite? Who's my favorite? And I'm like, I don't know until tonight. Yeah, I am loving you up. I am loving you up, baby. I think you are it. Awesome. Yeah, awesome.
Thank you, Sabra. Kameron.
Okay. Kameron, I've got to be honest, I felt a little let down over the weeks, and I'm not sure how you're still here. If we'd have been given the opportunity, I think we may have cut you from the competition, to be frank. But tonight, I take everything back. I think you were really terrific in this. I think you brought emotion out. I love the fact in the moment where you were told, you know, just take over your own little bit, you punched and you came away and you felt that punch in your hand and you danced it really well. So I'm surprised. I'm happy.
I connected with your emotions in this piece. Wasn't really happy with the one earlier, but I really thought you did a great job right now.
I totally agree. I feel that what I critiqued you on earlier, you applied it. You applied it to this performance. And that alone speaks volumes in how you're going to work as a professional dancer. Because it's about taking critiques and applying them immediately, and you did that. And so I applaud you on that. I think you did a great job on this, so congratulations.
Thank you, Kameron. Lacey.
I keep reading this thing that says to me, Lacey Schwimmer, Latin, ballroom, and swing. Well, darling, you have everything. Don't just list two things. You are great at everything you do. I thought it was tremendous. Thank you.
Absolutely have to agree. You have it all. Style, technique, you're a class act out there, and man, can you dance.
I totally agree. I think you did an amazing job. I wanted a little bit more emotionally, but all around, you're just killing it this season. Killing it. So.
Thank you, Lacey. And finally, Danny. Finally,
oh, yeah,
Danny.
Okay. Mia said earlier that she was upset that nobody put their own feel to Wade's work. Well, I think she's wrong when I look at you. You were the first one that came out there, and it was like honey being poured out of a bottle. You were smooth with it. Everyone else was sharp and tight and hitting things. You go through it sometimes, and it's beautiful. What you've got to be careful is that you don't get off music. If you become unfocused, you will lose your music. But it's beautiful to watch. That whole thing, and we go back to it every week, we're slowly chipping away at this shield that I think, to be honest with you, you've put up to protect yourself, and it's not allowing emotion out through that. But we're going to chip away at it, and I promise you, everyone in this studio is going to get something out of you by the end of your journey on this show. But I need more. I need more emotion.
are getting more emotion each time. You know, I think you're terrific. I think you did do this more different than any of the other dancers. There was a part where you did the hop slide and your leg went back. It just went back effortless. Everybody else kind of dropped down, you know, and took it backwards. You were just kind of melting across the floor as you did it, Danny. I think you're a terrific dancer, and I felt your emotion tonight.
Like Nigel said, it is about breaking you down. And my goal has been from the beginning to break you down emotionally and try to shed all those layers that are just keeping you distanced from something. You have the potential of being in the books of history if you take it seriously and go for it and break down those walls and those boundaries. Get them gone. Make them go away, Danny. Whatever it is that's keeping you chained a little bit, break them, because you are beyond, 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 beyond. So that's all I have to say to you.
Thank you, Danny, to infinity and beyond. Thank you, guys. Well done. Another great, great show. Good luck to all of you. Good luck. Okay, the lines are now open. Remember, it's down to you, America. The guy and the girl with the lowest votes will be cut. Join us 9/8 Central tomorrow for our live results show. Plus, we've got Mika. You don't want to miss it. Thanks to our judges. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks to our incredible screaming studio audience. But most of all, thanks to you for watching. Stay tuned for Don't Forget the Lyrics. I'm Pet Deely. Good night.